32 goals in 36 appearances, 34 starts and 2 off the bench. So it's not like he's even started all 36 of those games as well.
It truly is unbelievable because, you know, we've been a fan of the Premier League since it was born. You know, that was when we were, was it 10? We were just 10 at the time. So, like, you know, you're massive into football at the time, aren't you? And the Premier League changed. I think back to some of the greatest players that have played in the Premier League. And one of my personal favourites was Thierry Henry. Like, he's beaten his best ever goal scoring season. Alan Shearer was very, very young in. The greatest Premier League striker in my eyes, beating his records. Cristiano Ronaldo, before he was Real Madrid, Cristiano Ronaldo didn't get as many goals as Mo Salah. All of these players down the line have never scored as many goals in one Premier League season as Mo Salah. Mm-hmm. And now you look back and you think, they're legends of the Premier League, not just of their club, the entire league. What can Mo Salah become off the back of this?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And here's the thing, I've seen people and and again, it's bitter fans of other clubs, desperate to be like, one season, one day. Well, for a start, you can't say that because A, it's not true, because it's not like this is like he's popped up out of nowhere. He's had 2 very, very good seasons prior to this for Roma, which have got him the move.
He scored 63 goals in 2 years, something like that.
Yeah. Fine. That's a fine goal return.
230 goals a season.
And the point is the thing, that record is stood. That is a long-standing Premier League record. So the point is, the odds of Mo Salah doing this again domestically are very, very slim, because that's why these things are records for a reason. This might just be one of those seasons that's absolutely outstanding. But the point is, we'll see. There's everything to suggest that he will still be a good player next season, because it's not as though the goals he's scoring, people expected him to score a type of goal. Yeah. And that was boot it over the top and then run it down and then slot it. And we've seen him score them. But the goal he scores against Brighton is not that goal. That's him. That's a centre-forward goal. That's a Daniel Sturridge goal. That cut it back across the goalkeeper the other way was how Daniel Sturridge with a lot of his goals when he lost his pace. You know what I mean? When he gave a bit more injury from the last few seasons. We've seen him crop up with all kinds. He's become a fox in the box. He can still run things down the wing, etc., etc. Now, I'm not suggesting Mo Salah is going to go and have another 40-plus goal season next year or the year. I'm saying that it's inherently possible, but it's also likely, based on what we've seen, that he will remain a very good goal scorer, Chris, because again, this is not Clive Mendonca coming up and having one mad season. This is not these guys who burn brightly but shortly. This is a progression that he's been on. This is his proper, genuine breakout season. There's every reason to suggest that we could have a very good Mo Salah for at least a couple of years, and then we'll see what happens.
Well, you know, all of these guys that we've spoken about, you know, Shearer, Henry, all of those guys, excuse me, all had a team built around them. And this team now is being built around Mo Salah and his individual assets and the things that he can offer. So much so that I don't think he probably has to do quite as much work as he was having to do in the first half of the season. You know, the first quarter of the season, he was doing a lot more tracking back, a bit like Sadio Mane. We're not seeing quite so much of that because we recognise that he's such a threat at the other end of the pitch that we've changed the system slightly to fit him in. So we'll continue to evolve the system so that we get space for Mo Salah in the final third, because ultimately he's the best finisher at the football club right now. Yeah. He's scored every single type of goal. We're going to continue to create opportunities for him each and every week, and he's going to continue to take 1 in 4 of his shots and score a goal.
Yeah, and the thing is as well, you mentioned the build of the team around him, we're not even building it in the same way as those teams did with those players, because he's not the, oh my God, everything's going to, you know, it's not the kick the ball to Mo Salah at all times kind of build the team around, like we were with Coutinho. We built the team a bit around Coutinho, and everyone just panicked and kicked at him as hard as he can. Phil sort this out for us. Bobby Firmino's that player for us, or Jordan Henderson's that player for us, or Trent Alexander, or we've got lots and lots of playmakers in that team now. So we shift the team to get the best out of his assets, but it's not as though. And look, if you took that many goals out of the team, it wouldn't be the same. But the structure of this team, you could plug another guy in to that if you needed to. It would get, you know what I mean? It wouldn't be it wouldn't be catastrophic in the same way. It wouldn't be like losing Fernando Torres or Steven Gerrard from a team a few seasons ago, or when we'd lose. We were built around. We were totally a one-man team. He is just the best and brightest of an incredible functioning unit. I just think that's phenomenally exciting. And yeah, look, he's broken records. Look, I think he's won our Player of the Month every month, apart from the month where we voted to give it to Dejan Lovren because everyone felt sorry for him. Long may that continue. What a player we've got on our hands. Yeah, like, if you want to extol the virtues of Mo Salah, do. And that's what the comment section's for, by all means.